friends, this video on motion in a plane part 10 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos from part 1 to part 9 before going ahead with part 10. Let us look at the last problem. It says an aeroplane is climbing with a steady speed of 300 meters per second at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. That means, let us suppose this is the horizontal. So the aeroplane is climbing at an angle of 30 degrees with the horizontal. So this angle is 30 degrees. And it is traveling at a speed of 300 meters per second. So if we represent it in terms of vector, the position, let us suppose at any particular instant of time, the aeroplane is at this point. So what would be the vector, velocity vector for this aeroplane? This vector. So the value, the magnitude of this vector is 300 meters per second. And the direction is denoted by 30 degrees with the horizontal. Right? Now, what are the horizontal and vertical components of velocity? So let us find out the horizontal component first. When I talk of horizontal component, let us suppose the velocity is denoted by v. So the any velocity vector v will be represented as vx I cap plus vy j cap, right? So this is the horizontal component and this vy is the vertical component, right? So the horizontal component vx would be nothing but v cos theta. Similarly, the vertical component would be nothing but v sin theta. We already studied all these things before. So what would be v cos theta? V would be nothing but 300 into cos 30 degree. So that is equal to 300 into root 3 by 2. That is equal to 150 root 3 meter per second. So this would be the horizontal component. Similarly, for the vertical component, it would be v sin theta, that is 300 into sine 30 degree, that is equal to 300 into 1 by 2, that is equal to 150 meter per second. So this would be the vertical component of the velocity. That means if this is v, this would be v cos theta and this would be v sin theta. So that is normally denoted as Vy and this is normally denoted as Vx if this point is the origin, right? So I hope now the concept of vectors are quite clear to you. You now know how to add two vectors graphically, how to add two vectors analytically, how do you represent a vectors in terms of its components along x and y axis, what is unit vector, how do you use unit vectors in resolving a vector, right? So all these things are very important. So if required, you go through the previous slides till this point once again before we go ahead, because now we are going to start from the next slide. We will be starting motion in a plane. So if you are not clear with any of the topics which we discussed so far, it will be very difficult for you to understand the topics as we go ahead. So what I would recommend is, please go ahead and have a quick review of all the slides till now so that you are very clear with vectors. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.